Welcome. The little dance. Hey, I'm a dancing. Welcome back, guys, to season 2 of the Loud Monkeys podcast. We're back. We're better than ever. So, for this one, me and my
Hello.
co-host Ricardo, who is currently. Oh,
I
he's
almost died.
alive. Ah, fuck it. I hoped he died. Well, okay, we'll talk about that later. So, for this season, we decided to change it up a bit because we realized that for the last 8 episodes we were talking all over the place and we did not adhere to a single topic. So
Well,
this season we
one thing,
have
one thing
some
was always
changes.
topical. My
Yes.
hate for Elon Musk. That was always on point.
Okay,
That
I
never
mean,
changed. That's a
but that's your
brand.
hate for Elon. That's your
That's the
hate. That's your
brand.
hate for Elon Musk. Yeah, yeah, you really hated him. So for this season, we decided to have debates where each one of us picks a side for a topic that we pick at the start of the week, and then we research it. For this week, believe it or not, it's the mega popular Minecraft
Y-
movie.
Yeah,
I feel like
good
a kid
movie.
again.
The best
Yay.
movie.
We
So
will
you can already tell which
It's
side
not.
I'm on.
It's not.
Which
It's
side
not.
I
It's
had
not
to
the
be
best
on.
movie. It's not the best.
I I
It's
will
not the
say,
best
if I
movie.
watched the movie and I was
So
on the
we
other
will be
side,
having.
just as an intro, before we, because it's a little bit different. We're gonna talk about it later, but I'm telling
Yeah.
you now, you're up against a hard challenge because if you would have told me I had to be against it, I would have asked you to switch. Believe me.
Why? I mean, yeah, no, I know why. I know why, but it's okay. Don't worry. Don't worry. So we will be having debates. We will be having interviews with people that we know, people that are versed in several topics, and we will probably be having a 1 to 2 topics per some of our episodes, which we will be
Yeah.
talking about for the duration of the episode. So I know you liked the randomness of this podcast, but we decided to forgo it. And we decided to
And the
be
structure will
better
be a
than
bit
ever.
different. First, we'll just
So,
talk about ourselves for a little bit. You know, how we've been last week. And then we'll slowly
yeah,
drop into our topics.
we'll slowly
Yeah.
jump into
And
the
we'll
debate.
try to keep a
So,
structure to
so,
it. So debate, interview, and then the week after, first week a debate, then the second one an interview. The third week we'll have 2 topics. We'll see how much we can stick to that. That will probably just
yeah,
depend on what we
yeah.
can do, what we find interesting.
Yeah, we have a structure that we try to stick to, but we shall see how if we will have the debate, interview topics, or any other form
Yeah,
of the free. But we will try to stick to it. So I know we have been
a
gone
little bit more than a
for
month,
was it a
I think.
month? Yeah, it
Yeah.
was. So it was like 5 weeks. Yeah, so we have been gone, but we have been gone because we have been thinking about how to upgrade the podcast and what to do. Also, Ricardo was really busy with his fucking thesis. Also, that
So
bitch.
I'm working. I don't know how much I have told, how much I can tell, because I did sign a contract, as I was reminded at some point. Um, um, I'm designing something. The parts I need to design are just a bitch to create, and that's where I'm spending most of my time in. Also assisting other people, their theses have been like a lot because other people are dependent on me. I'm just constantly busy. Yeah, I saw your face there. Um,
I know, yeah. I mean, I was never supportive of you in that much of it anyway. So like I was really busy. No you're bullshitting me, boy. I
well,
know what you've
I
been
have been
doing.
busy. There are other things I'm working on as well.
Yeah, you've been busy.
Alright, listen, bitch. You do my work. Try to calculate. Do anything. You won't be able to.
I'm doing
God's
God's
work, sitting
boy,
in an
God's
office and
work
be
I'm
like,
doing.
1 plus
God,
1
why?
euro is 2
Yes,
euros.
sitting in an office. No, it's 1 million plus 2 million euros equals 5 million euros.
Oh
Wait,
no,
something's
we
wrong.
forgot to
Shit.
include the tax. Oh well, Croatia, mistakes happen. That's you. Okay. Oh, I do an actual, I have an actual prospect
you.
of a career where I do matter. So just saying, I put in a little bit more effort.
Oh my god, you matter as much
You know,
as electricity
Blueeyes,
matters
I've
in an
heard
equal
you're
on
going
Antarctica.
to Germany at some point,
Yes.
right? Are you perhaps taking a flying machine? Okay, well, do you
No, I'm
sometimes
taking
take
a
the
car.
flying machine? Yeah, well, the next
No,
time you're driving your automobile,
I will
a
be.
flying machine will fly into your car. You bitch! Support my fucking
I'm,
industry.
I'm gonna take a.
We need it.
I'm gonna take a flying machine to Malta probably.
That's fair. That's fair.
But I
Yeah,
should
you cannot
say
drive to
that
Malta.
That is in the. Yeah, I mean
You
I
could
can
probably take a boat.
Like if I take a really big. We'll just,
Yeah,
and
forwards
I
and
can drive on the
backwards,
boat.
forwards and backwards.
Forwards,
So what
backwards,
else
forwards,
have I been up to? So
Right, so
I've been training for my walk. This summer you know about this walk. I'm planning to walk to Rome at some point. Yeah. So
yes,
every
yes,
week
yes.
I'm doing like a weighted walk or a long distance walk. So I've been doing that for the last couple of weeks. I've been trying to do like things several times a week. Mostly the big walks are just like in the weekend one time.
I'm waiting for you to just show up.
I
dead
mean,
in the
I am
Alps,
going
and,
over the
that's
Alps,
it.
so
Like,
that's probably
well,
gonna happen at
he
some point.
wanted to be. He wanted to be a Hannibal and he died. Oh well. En nomine Padre Filitus Spiritus Sancti. So if that happens, guys, remember I will be having a
Audition.
application for a new co-host.
Yeah, and you need to live
And
stream
an
the audition
audition,
on my
yeah.
live on my channel.
I'm gonna. So if you die in the Alps, I'm gonna go to Netherlands. I'm gonna be at your grave and I'm gonna live stream the audition on your grave. So you can basically be
I'm
the
the
person
silent
that is
German.
like, and you will have to show me the sign. Yeah, and you will have
You know
to
what
show
we'll
me a
do?
sign
We'll put like
on
a
who to
bell
pick.
at my grave, and then if you hear it ring, it's like so bad that I've woken up. So
Oh
what
my
have
God,
you been up to
amazing.
these last 5 weeks?
This last 5 weeks, so I have been to Macedonia. Yes, yeah, that happened before. That happened
After the end,
we
yeah.
We were done with the season. I have been to Macedonia for 5 days. It was amazing. It was wonderful. Check out my
Link below.
Instagram for the pictures. Link below, yeah. I'm gonna
Too late.
have to put a link now. Fuck. So, yeah, well, I'm gonna put a link. So, and mostly I started going on a lot more field trips basically over the weekend, the last 5. So the last 4 weekends I have been to other cities or in the national parks of Croatia. Yes, Croatia has a lot of national parks. Come and see them. You will not be disappointed.
You might be murdered by this guy, though. I don't know what he's doing in the forest, but he's not supposed to be there. Oh!
Shut up. Do not shut up. The
That's
police
fine.
may
I've
be
nothing to
watching.
You, on the other hand. I don't know what you did in 1991, but
No, neither.
oh well.
I was born, you idiot.
Well, some other crimes were committed right around, right around that time.
Maybe. And that is it. On the dating front, I have no updates. Everything is as it was from the last 5 weeks ago, which is
Yeah.
actually
Well,
sad. But
My
okay.
dating update, in that case, if we're
Well-
already here, I've shown you the picture of a chat I had with someone that, mind you, I'm learning
Yes.
for a extra exam I have to take to go to my next university, and this person, I don't know what's with it, but I basically stonewalled her because I did not think it was serious. The chat went like, "You're my favorite." I says, "Okay,
Good job.
we should link up." I say, "Yeah." Down to fuck? No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. You're my favorite. Yeah. We should link up. Okay. Don't
No.
fuck.
Well, I'm a
You
kind of person that would like a
know,
date
nah.
first. So that's what I said. I would like a date first. I'm not about that life. I'm an old man like that. You know, let me open up the door before
And she
the
was
person
like,
walks in, you know. And let me treat the person to a nice dinner first, you know. You gotta be classy like that, you know.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. You gotta be classy. If the girl is not
Exactly.
classy, at least you can be classy. Yeah.
And I
So
sent
you
it to
know.
another friend, and then I said
Oh
I
my
quoted it
lord.
underneath it, ultra virgin behavior, but I'm winning. So
A 40-year-old virgin. What? Daddy, how did you and mommy meet? Well, we didn't.
you're all part of my schizophrenia. I am in that age range where I
I'm a
am most likely
schizo,
to
I'm a
develop
schizo, I'm a
schizophrenia.
schizo. I mean, if you don't develop a mental problem, then
Exactly. So
you're
which
even
one? Which
living.
flavor did you get?
Oh,
Alcoholism, I see.
angry issues.
Ah, well, it's in a beer glass.
This is water.
That's not classy.
I don't have a normal glass. I have yeah, you guys.
I don't have a normal glass. I only have beer glasses. Yeah, how could that be?
Because big glasses are big glasses, and I can have big.
Yeah,
streams of
that's because
water.
that's what you put in them.
Who gives a fuck if I? Yes,
It's
I
not
put,
like you
I
come
put water
home.
in.
The first thing you do is walk to like your wall full of beer. You know all the fats, and then you open one of the taps and fill like the glass. You know, you close it, and then you chuck it down, and then you go to your next flavor of beer, and you just go along the wall like that.
My dude, if I had a wall of beer, I would be basically selling it to people.
No,
I would
because
be a
you would have to buy the
millionaire by
beer.
now. So what? I buy the beer for 100 euros, and I can sell it by the glass for 5 euros a glass. Each fucking keg can produce at least 100 to
Okay.
150 to 200 glasses.
Do you have your beer license? How much is that?
I can get it. That shouldn't be too much.
And basically, you're saying
Like,
if you
I
have
can
money, you would
basically
start a
say,
bar.
well, it's for yeah!
Because you're alcoholic.
God fucking damn it! I'm not.
This is lore now. I'm gonna add this to the list I'm starting this season. Like
This-
what the things you are. And the first point is alcoholic and murderer, because you go through you walk through the forest.
So I'm an alcoholic murderer. Fine. I'm still not caught by the police.
Yeah.
So fuck you. I'm good.
I mean, the Unabomber was also not caught by the police for a while, but he also got caught. So,
That's because.
well,
he got
no,
complacent.
he
I'm
was
not
just
complacent.
stupid, and his brother recognized his writing. That's how he got caught.
Idiot. I'm
Well,
a brother.
I recognize you. The Croatian police,
No,
no,
you won't.
Interpol
I'm
will
gonna
come to
pay
me and
you-
be
I'm
like,
gonna
hey,
pay you off.
pick the guy out who it is. And I'm like, that guy. This motherfucker right here. He did it.
I did
Bullshit.
not. Bullshit. Bullshit.
So you did not go to Italy. Last
Bullshit.
time we were talking, you said
Oh my
you
God.
were gonna go to Italy.
No, I did not go. No, I wanted to go to Rome, but since everybody's going to Rome this year, I decided not to go to Rome because a lot of people means anger issues for me, and I do not like my anger issues with people.
Alright.
So I went to Macedonia, or as people like to call
And
it,
then you did not have
Northern
internet.
Greece, or as I like to. Yeah, basically. I mean, I could have had internet, but I did not want
Yeah, I
to pay
forgot
20
you're from
euros for
Croatia.
fucking internet. Yeah,
Does your
and
SIM card not
I
work
am
in
deciding
Macedonia?
not to
It's
use
not
the
EU, is it?
roaming. No, Macedonia is not EU. I can use my internet in
My
other countries.
internet works
that are
wherever.
in
I
the
just
EU.
pay like a little bit of a fee every day for internet in a different country if I use it.
I mean, so if I'm in the European Union, I can basically pay also a fee for.
Oh,
I
within
can
the
use it
European
for as
Union,
long as
it's
I
just all
want,
part of my
but
plan.
If I'm
Like standard, I can have internet everywhere, calling as well.
yeah, Yeah, but if I go into a shitstone country that is not European Union, but they use the euro, then I'm not paying
Wait,
15 to 20
they
euros for
use the euro
roaming
over there?
fees. No. Yeah, you can pay. You can basically pay with euros, or you can
Mm-hmm.
pay with your credit cards, or you can pay with
It's
their
stupid that they
national
allow
currency.
euros.
They
I don't
use
know.
everything.
That's like a real
I mean,
Balkan thing, isn't
so basically, they're not
it?
broken. Fuck you. So basically, they allow euros and they pay you back
Oh
in
yeah,
their
so
own
they scam
currency.
you.
Uh,
Yeah, because you have to pay conversion
yes
rates
and
then at
no,
like when you want to
maybe.
change it back again.
Yeah, here's the problem. So I wanted to change my euros into the Macedonian currency. I went into
Yeah, you can. You said you cannot
five
change it anywhere.
change shop. Yeah, and they said, "Oh no, yeah, no, they're not a part of the central bank, so we are not.
Yeah,
We're not changing the currency."
yeah,
What do
they're
you mean?
I think lose from that. It's funny, but that's
Yeah,
why I always pay with my
yeah, but
card
then
because
I realized, yeah, yeah, but then I realized, oh wait, I can use my card
yeah,
for
that's what I
everything.
do. I just use your card. Maybe you
Yay!
get a fee at some point for like conversion. No, okay.
No, 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 no,
Under
no,
a
no, no,
certain
no.
amount, you don't
Basically,
pay a fee, I believe.
if no, everything I paid,
Oh,
it was
okay, okay,
basically converted into
that's good.
euros.
Yeah, so when I was in America, it was
So
like
yeah.
you can pay with your card in euros, $2, but
Mm.
if it's over a certain amount, you have to pay like a extra fee, conversion fee.
Wow.
I mean,
Bastards.
just stay under that amount.
They're bastards.
I
Man,
don't remember what it.
bastards. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't. I am not that keen on going to
I might
America.
be going at some point again.
I
Cuba.
mean, Cuba. Yes, I will gladly go to
Cuba.
Cuba. Yeah, Cuba.
No,
Umba.
I don't know. I don't have it with
Maruba.
Cuba. I don't have it with most countries anymore right now.
You only have it with your country, and
You
you're
should
asking me
come
to
to
come to your
TwitchCon, that's
country.
all I'm
I'm gonna
saying.
have to come to your country. No, I cannot. I cannot because at the moment I cannot get
That's fair.
a vacation time.
Because you already
No.
took so much vacation.
Yeah, I. No, it's not that. It's because we're going on the new system, and basically every one of us needs to be. So if anybody's going on vacation, it's like one or two people from the team max can go
Yeah, okay.
or, per
No, that's
month
fair.
on vacation. At the moment, until the beginning
That's
of
quite a bit.
August. Then after, yeah, then I mean because we have to. It's a lot of things that we need to do to make the change as
Fair.
easy as possible, and it's still not as easy as possible. It's still, yeah, it's gonna be fun.
And you
It's
know
gonna
what
be
was
an
really
amazing couple
fun?
of months.
You know it was really, really
What was really
fun?
fun?
The movie I went to.
What? The Minecraft movie! Yay! Oh right, yeah, we went. Yeah, you went to see the movie. I went to
I
see the
went
movie. Did you
with
go
a
with
friend
anybody?
who had his thesis defense. He graduated, and as a reward, he got to see the Minecraft movie with me.
So you hate your friend so much that he had his thesis defense, he graduated, and you said, right, here's what I'm doing, let's go watch the Minecraft movie. God fucking damn it, you could have just shot
We
him,
went
it
to
would
the
be
Minecraft
easier.
movie. We had some McDonald's. Sadly, the Minecraft meal was not available at
McDonald's?
that. Yeah, that's why we went there, because we
my
wanted the
god.
Minecraft meal.
Damn it.
Because I'm like, oh,
Amazing.
if I'm gonna be supportive of, I'm gonna
Amazing.
get the full experience. We're gonna get the full experience. So I was not. Well, Blueeyes will explain in a little bit. Before we head into the debate, just set up the scene for me, right? I went with someone, good friend. We have not gone to the movies together ever, but we've both not been there in a long time. So we saw it in IMAX, important to say, and so we had the good quality, and we saw it in the original version. So we didn't watch a dub. We didn't, in our original language, because that would be stupid. So, explain your situation. Did you go with someone? Now, I want to remind the audience that you're, what,
No, I'm
30,
not going to
35?
tell
30... you're...
them. Yes, I'm 33.
Ah,
I'm
33.
33, you fucking shit.
Oh, he's 33.
God, fucking, no, fuck.
I thought you're 34.
No.
Ah, well. He's 33, he's
No.
becoming 34. And, he,
you are gonna be
was I
uninvited for
invited
my
in the
birthday
first
party.
place? Oh, shit. When was it?
Yes, you were.
Oh, no, what do you mean? I was
I-
there last year
I
for your
have sent-
birthday.
I have sent you. I have now
Don't
sent
send
you
me
an
an
invitation
Oh, with mail? Really?
with mail.
You don't know where I live. You don't know my address.
I just
yes, okay.
googled some random address and I sent it.
So how did you go to the movie?
So I went to the movie alone. On a what day was it? When did we hear from each other?
Tuesday.
On a
I think you went
Wednesday?
Tuesday.
Tuesday, yes. So it was on a Tuesday. So I went on a Tuesday. I bought the ticket like at 2:30. It was a empty theater. I was like, fuck yeah, empty theater. This is gonna be fun. I got to the movies. It was not an empty theater. There were kids. There were autistic fucking adults with those kids. Because, and I'm gonna say this as gently as I can, the kids were fucking behaving.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
adults weren't.
So I'm going to ask you: did you watch the English version or the dubbed version?
I watched it in a dubbed version.
Okay, so you watched it in
3D.
I did not see it in 3D. I will say that.
I watched it in 3D.
So
I did.
I have a
I watched it in 3D.
I have a
It
quick theory
did
here.
not.
What did
Yep.
the theater have an English version available? Like, at all? Not at that time.
Maybe, but it probably. Yeah, it probably did, but not at the time that was.
I think you got in a really
available
unfortunate
to me at the
situation
moment.
where if you go, because if I would have gone to the Dutch version, I probably would have also been with kids in the theater. I was only with adults in the theater,
Fucking.
which I will say they all behaved. So
Well, fuck it. This is
now you do have a
autistic.
beer.
And no, just a moment.
Okay.
Just a
Fanta.
moment. This is a Fanta.
the
This
Nazi
is a
drink.
Fanta. Fanta, yeah, a Fanta.
That's awfully yellow though. Are you sure you did not pee?
This is a new. This is a new Fanta flavor.
Oh, okay.
It's zero sugar.
Sorry, back to the point. Okay. So we decided I would be for the movie and he would be against the movie, and so we'll first review the movie, what we think about it, and then we'll debate about our points. So you may go first. Why is the movie bad?
So I may go first. Well, so the movie basically falls into the category of every other gaming movie or every other gaming movie that I have seen.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen Pixels, and I have seen the Warcraft movie, and I don't know. You cannot
Mm-hmm.
show accurately how the game actually makes you feel through a movie. This movie had so many fucking sexual jokes, for the love of God. Like, kids did not catch it, but Jesus fucking Christ, I was like, you cannot say that to a kid. You cannot say that to a kid.
Yeah.
What the fuck? So the movie. So first of all, that I'm gonna say the movie portrays the overworld
Mm-hmm.
well, but I do not like that they made Steve a insurance salesman and then be like that he was attracted to the mines. Like, no. The characters in the movie, okay, Jack Black as Steve. I just have to agree with whatever you were gonna say about it, but he is actually a good Steve. Jason Momoa, on the other hand, he has no no thing to do in this movie. He was just basically there to be like, look at my pecs are amazing. Like, no, no, he was basically the big blonde
Right.
idiot that does nothing. The sister, Natalie, who is played by Ellen Myers, do you know in which series she
Another
started
gaming.
before this?
Ah.
No, she
Oh
started
yeah.
in Wednesday, and for fuck's sake, she is
Mm-hmm.
good. She is good in Wednesday. In this thing, she again falls into the category that she's a nagging sister. She's like, oh, I care about my brother. I want him to find friends in school. I want this. I want that. And then it's like, no, you want your brother to not be creative. You want him to just be an idiot. Like, it's only until the end of the movie that she basically truly starts to believe in him and shows that, well, I'm gonna let
Right.
him spread his wings. Should I say what I think about the vice principal?
I
Or
mean,
should I not
if
say
you
it?
think she made the movie bad, if that's your review, yeah, you should.
So, the vice
Yeah.
principal is played by Jennifer Coolidge. If you know who Jennifer Coolidge is, you
Mm-hmm.
know what movies made her famous.
Yep.
The American Pie movies, where she played Stifler's mom. And the way she
Also Legally Blonde,
plays
by the
this
way.
character is,
Yeah.
yeah, Legally Blonde, but not as much sexual as this. Like, the thing that I hated about her character is, okay, she started saying about her
Mm-hmm.
ex-husband, how he did not, and then she started saying, well, we weren't
Mm-hmm.
intimate, we weren't this, we weren't that. Then she met Jason Momoa. Oh, if you want, you can take me out to dinner. I hope you don't mind the cobwebs. You cannot say that. You cannot fucking say that
Mm-hmm.
in a kids movie. And then the end of the movie, where she is with the nitwit villager, who is played
Yeah,
by
it's the guy
I
from
know
What
his
We Do in the
name is
Shadows.
somebody.
He plays in that. He's really good.
Yeah, that, but yeah, but I forgot. Yeah, he the amount of things that he talked about. It's the 10 the 10 words that he has at the end of the movie, but you can see you can basically just you can cut the sexual
Mm-hmm.
innuendos with a knife in this movie, and I do not want sexual innuendos in a Minecraft movie. No, god damn it.
Okay.
So I see that.
Okay.
How about you say
So,
something and then I'll continue with the ratings.
I will ignore the points you made just now, and then I will make my good points, and then I will counter some of your points here. Um, so
Okay.
I thought the dynamic between Jack Black and Jason Momoa was really good. Like I think that's like a really strong point. I did like the way they went with other than you with Jack Black, where he was a kid, he wanted to mine, right? That's just a funny joke in my opinion, because that's the meme, right? That's the community meme. Children yearn for the mines. But I think the contrast from him, from what his job was, to him wanting to break free of the boring, monotonous, like life he has. Like he wants to be creative, he wants to explore. So he makes the career switch, something that I think a lot of adults also face. Like they choose a career path, but they want to change. They find it boring. They want to do something creative. They want to switch something. So that's how I interpreted the beginning part, where he then goes into the overworld, right? Um, I think from the trailers,
Mm-hmm.
because that was a lot of when we first saw the overworld, right? How it looked like. I think there was a lot of negativity
Mm-hmm.
then
Mm-hmm.
about how it looked like, and I think in the movie theater, at least how I saw it in IMAX, it looked really good. I think other than some of the mobs that I would change, like their modeling, I think it would look like if like it looked realistic enough, basically. It looked good enough for it to be a movie. I think what did throw me off is that it were real people inside a heavily CGI um, like area. Though I will say, because I saw behind the screens, they made a lot of the set. They also made real, and they just edited that to make it look more in place with the CGI areas. And you could see that, and those areas were good compared to the full CGI parts. Um,
Yeah, but I mean, you cannot say the CGI was bad
well, no, I
because
say it looked really
just
good.
with the yeah, but that I mean, but that is basically because the industry upgraded
Hmm.
itself where it is now. Just like if you look at how CGI was back when
Sure,
Green Lantern was
it's
shown,
not good, but it went further. But
then
like we sat through the entire credits, and if you looked at the long list of like uh, people that worked on it, it's a big list. You can see they put real effort into making it feel like Minecraft while not exactly looking like. That's more my point. Like you could recognize it instantly as Minecraft. I think you could take the name away, show that like a picture to someone, and they would realize that's Minecraft. You made a point. There are other good points, but I just quickly want to go over this before I forget. You made a point where it falls into gaming movies. But I want to give you an example of the Super Mario movies, which is a good movie, based off a video game that does not look like any of the Mario 2D platformers apart from one part. Um, I want you also to point to the Sonic movies, which are also recognized as good movies, which also fall outside of the games. Um,
yeah, but the Sonic
well, they,
movies
they
were
they have a story,
basically
right?
they when they first started. Yeah, the Sonic movies and the Mario movies
Then
do
I
have a
want to
story.
point
The
you to the
Minecraft,
two
I mean,
Minecraft game, Minecraft
mm,
Legends and Minecraft Dungeons, that do have a story where this story is roughly inspired in.
yeah, but then they should have simply
Sure.
named the movie a bit differently because, or shown it a bit differently because if you say this is a Minecraft movie with Minecraft Steve, that means okay, you can take inspiration for locations from Legends and whatever it is the second one that you
Dungeons.
said, but dungeons, but this you basically are using
Mm-hmm.
the original Minecraft game
Which
as a
those
premise,
games do
as
as
your
well.
premise. They
Well,
do,
I
but
I think yes.
then
I will agree with you that the story it could have been better, but I don't think it was about the story as more as it was. Of course, they could have said, you know what? They could have kept the beginning, and they could have said has to play through the entire game, right? Because there's a story, right? You go to the Nether, you defeat it, but yeah, then you have the Ender Dragon. He defeats the Ender Dragon. He gets to go home. Okay, you can have that, sure. But
mm,
mind you, I think Steve should have always been casted as Jack Black because I think that's the perfect choice.
no, I agree. I agree with you. No, I agree with you. Steve Jack Black as
But
Steve is I. Who would you cast
exactly.
as Steve apart from Jack Black? Like no, there is no other actor in Hollywood that would make that movie better.
Mm-hmm.
I will say the same as if you picked anybody else to play Dr.
Yeah.
Robotnik apart from Jim
Um.
Carrey. No,
Yeah.
they're
Then
basically
the
made
question
for
is,
those
how
movies.
would you
But
make that story
uh,
work with Jack Black? I think what they did with Jack Black and Jason Momoa and the other three, uh, which I will say the other
the
three
other
are
three
not memorable
nobodies.
enough. But I think uh, they could have done something with that. But I think the Jack Black and Jason Momoa combinations were perfect in a sense.
Yeah, yeah, but well, I mean, well, with that the case, you do not then need
Mm,
the three other. No, you do not need them. Basically, you do not need them. You can if you removed all of them, and just had Jack Black and Jason Momoa in it, it would be the same thing
no, not
as with
exactly,
all of them
because you have Jack
because
Black who has embraced his
mm,
creativity to a point where he does not want to go back, right? You have the younger kid who has no friends, like Jason Momoa's character. He had no friends because they're in a new place. He got in trouble by his sister because his sister is not creative. He's like stick to the rules, right? He has the trouble. He is really creative, and he's being put in a box. Jack Black sees that and tries to, recognize his creativity and allows him to be creative. The sister can see, hey, he can be creative without being an issue. Like, he's smart, he's a good kid. I don't know the other woman. She did not really add much to the movie.
What, the other woman?
Yeah, she
Dawn,
did not add anything to me,
was.
but I think she was needed for the sister to recognize.
Look, in my opinion, we have Jack Black and Jason Momoa. They are.
Oh, let me finish my point that I wanted to make real quick. With sorry, why you need the kids, the other, at least the kid and the sister, is because their characters are being refined. The same with Jason Momoa. He becomes more open. He stops. Oh, he's still weird, but his ego gets put in place at the end. His ego is in place. He found a friend. He is accepting of himself. Eventually, he changed as well. That's why you need that combination. It's not a strong combination, I will say that, but it's a good combination. So continue what you were saying before.
What you were saying about the other woman being there so that a sister can actually get out of her shell, I can see that, but here's my problem. So when they first arrive in the overworld, of course, the sister was scared because oh hell, monsters! What the hell? How do we do it? How do we do this? How do we do that? When they got attacked at the village, she was scared. She did not know what to do. Then you have. So the days are 20 minutes long in Minecraft. That's what Steve said at the beginning. That's what basically is. And then you just see them casually walking in during the night, killing zombies like they were in the game for.
Yeah, so you mean after the
like,
village scene?
After the village scene where we still see the sister being scared out of her mind and being like, oh my god, what do you do? What do you do? What this? Like, how did you go from that to a badass
killing
quick zombies
switch, right? Because
with a hoe?
It's when you first started playing Minecraft, like the first night is scary. Second night becomes relatively less scary because during the day you were able to prepare more, right? Now you know what you're facing. I'm talking about the real first time you were playing Minecraft, right? So I think it's more that switch. I feel it was too casual, but I felt like in Minecraft you also quickly adapt. I think they were also able, because you as a gamer are able to do that. I think they were making that point of also being able to do that.
Probably, maybe, but it's still a bit too casual. Like, if they showed them being scared for like a couple of nights, or then okay, then I would believe that after that, if the system would be like, something snapped in me, I'm gonna fucking murder somebody. Then I understand that, but this was just too fast, too casual for me.
Also, take this, right?
Done.
Your brother has just been taken, who you're being protective of. I think that also defeats your fear, in a sense. Right? You have urgency to go somewhere. You need to go there. If you wait, it might go wrong. So I think that will also help you get over the fear. If we look at that. I want to move past this point real quick. Make another point. You have to agree with me. La 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 Lava Chicken Song was the best thing, the best song in the movie. The chicken song.
From all the other songs, yes, the song was good. I did not.
Well, was that song in Croatian for you, or was it in English for you when they sang it? Okay.
In Croatian, but I do not. I'm not saying that.
No,
in English
no, exactly.
it works. In Croatian,
in Dutch, it also
song
doesn't
works like that. No. But in English, it was good. Yeah, but in English it works. It works in English. It's okay. The song is fine. The song is fire. It's just the Like, I mean, okay. For that,
Hmm.
I have no bad things to say because everybody who started Minecraft, the very first thing you do with
Chicken.
redstone is
Yeah.
make a chicken
But,
farm, a chicken cooker.
but
That's
I
what you
just
do.
mean the song when I
So
was in the
I
movie, and it
yeah, when he
actually like
started
it
singing, yeah, then
gave me, after the techno blade scene, which I thought was very nice, because the actors advocated to put that
uh,
into the movie, and I think that was
mhm.
very good for them to do. Um,
Yeah, no, for that also, like, the movie has a lot of homages that, I mean, I'm gonna say a lot of people who are basically in Minecraft a long time have noticed all of those homages, and yeah, Technoblade's cameo was actually something that I
yeah,
hope they would put when the movie
yeah,
was announced because they needed to put it.
it's an
Technoblade
undeniable
is
part of
was and
the game.
still is, yeah, he is basically, yeah, he for
Yes.
me he is Minecraft incarnate. He is the person that when I watched Minecraft
Hmm.
videos, I enjoyed his videos. Every other Minecraft video I do
Hmm.
not enjoy as much because it's either boring for me or I do not like how the
Yeah,
person plays the game.
he was funny. He was good.
He made it
Um,
actually,
he was an
yeah,
icon, basically. Um,
yeah, and he would have enjoyed this movie
so you
a
previously
lot.
made a point about the sexual jokes. Um, I do want to say this
Yeah.
movie is rated under parental guidance, so that also implies that there are sex. Do I think it was too much? Yes, I do. I do say there were too much. I think some of them would you're allowed to make, but if I look at children's shows, for example, nowadays children's shows, there are more
Mm-hmm.
sexual jokes in those shows than
Mm-hmm.
there was in this entire movie. If you look at a comparable time frame, yes.
What kind of children's shows? Like the Cartoon Network
Well,
children's
we
shows,
like
or
Nickelodeon shows. If I also look back at what I'm used
Nickel?
to, you also have to realize that yes, it was a PG movie, but most Minecraft players that will go to the movie and see it are also older. The audience is, let's be honest, around my age.
The yes, the audience is around your age, but there is still a lot of there is still
Hmm.
a lot of children that will see the
Sure,
movie. They will not understand the jokes. They will be like, oh, so they will be like, oh, hey, they said cobwebs. We have cobwebs in
exactly.
Minecraft. Yay! They will not understand the, but then
Hmm.
there's the parents who will understand the joke and they will not think, oh, that's nothing of it. And then the kids will be like, and in
Hmm.
is 5, 6, 10 years, oh my god, my mother and father,
See,
let
but
me watch that.
when I, for example, look back at
I'm
my
fuck.
children's shows, right, and those jokes are in there, and I realize that now. I don't think that. I think the parents probably have to watch this with their kid, right? Because if like a 8-year-old goes to the
Yeah.
movie, he's not gonna go alone. They have
Oh,
to. They also need to include jokes for
I don't
them,
know.
so it does not become boring for them.
Of course, they have to include jokes for them, but also some parents do tend to buy
Hmm.
the tickets for the
Sure,
children, and then they
but
just leave them
again,
in
the
the theater.
children won't recognize those jokes. Uh,
Yeah, they will not recognize it, but still, like, there is. So, it's not a problem if the jokes are made.
mhm.
The parents will understand it, the older generation of kids will understand it, but, like, you need to understand that
No,
not
no, sure.
everything needs to be a sex joke.
But
Not
I also
everything
think the flying
should
scene,
do
for
it,
example,
but
where Jack Black has to go between the legs, right, of Jason Momoa. That's,
yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that
yeah,
was. I mean, that
but
was a.
I can also that can also be
Why
interpreted as like
does?
a children's joke, right? Because it's funny to see his face, like it's played off innocently enough to where I think that's fine.
It's played innocently enough that the children do not
And I
understand it
also
as
appreciate
much, but
that
we do.
during almost
Also,
every sexual joke, they did not include the child in the movie in the scene at all.
yeah, that's the
They
best
made
part.
sure.
They no, they did. They did. They did. Fuck it. They did. They included him in the fucking first joke that that the fucking
Right.
vice principal made because the child was in the fucking car when she said, "You do not mind the
Okay,
cowboys."
one.
Fuck it, they
One.
included it in
I
at
think
least
you
one.
get one. You get one. But I don't see any
You
other
get
thing.
one fuck. Yeah.
The vice principal plot I actually found funny. I also love the references they threw in there with Jeb. And like, no, he's Swedish. I thought that was kind of amusing. It was weak, but it was amusing.
Oh right, yeah, yeah.
I
It was
did
weird,
like
but
that.
yeah.
I also think, and I think
Uh,
this is my most important point of why it's hard. For example, like right now you're against the movie, but you also see the good in it. I'm for the movie. I also see the bad in it. But I think essentially, movies and movie theaters are basically dead. If you look at America, like no one goes to the movie theater.
yeah, no, yeah, they are dead. They are dead because like
There's
apart
no
from
movie
this
where
movie,
anyone
there.
goes to. But
Okay,
real quick, let me
so
make
no,
this.
so.
So movies are dead. There's so much repetition. There's so much sequels. And for example, you grew up on, for example, The Matrix, right? You've seen The Matrix. You probably like The Matrix, right? Well,
Yeah, I
Matrix
did.
4 Matrix 4 comes out, and that's like your
Yeah.
movie. That's your nostalgia, right? But if you were
Yeah.
not into gaming and you went to this movie, you would probably think what the fuck, this is an ADHD movie, right? What the fuck is this crap? But you have to understand
Yep.
that for my age area, right? This is pure nostalgia because you did not per se grow up on Minecraft because you were already a bit older. You were older than me when I started playing Minecraft. I was like 11 years old, 12 years old. So it's been part of my childhood. Like, for example, part of your childhood was like some other movies where if you watch it, you probably think it's really good. And if I watch some of these movies, I'm probably like, I don't see it, right? I think that plays a huge part in why people think it's bad or not. I mean, look at the videos you see of people screaming like "chicken jockey" or singing the song
Oh yeah, they
or
made.
like Flint and Steel, screaming that in the movie theaters, and I'm like, it,
Oh
it
yeah,
is
yeah, yeah,
it
yeah.
is
And
not a
also,
movie about its story.
Flint
It's
and
a
Steel.
movie about like it doesn't take itself serious.
It's a movie that.
It's not a comedy, but it's just
Yeah,
a whole
it
homage
does.
to all the players with
It
like
doesn't.
funny bits. That there is a little bit of deep depth to it, in the sense of like what I said before, of like trying to escape the
Yeah.
boring life, which you do with games, right? You try to escape your life, you try to be creative,
Yeah.
and
You
I
do.
think that's my main point why it's a good movie, and I think that's why older generations won't understand why children will like this movie, or people in my age will like this movie.
I mean, yeah, that's a fair point. Some people will understand it, but this is a movie you grew up with, and of course, this is the movie that you like. You know all the inside jokes of the movie. You know why something is there. Also, the thing that I disliked. So, the big bad, the Malgosha, she was made just for this movie. She was in no other game.
I'll check it real quick,
I
but
don't
finish
think
your
she
point.
was in Dungeons. I don't think she was in any other game, but I do not like her backstory because so the backstory was she dreamed of dancing. There was a big show in the Nether where she danced. Nobody liked her, and then she was like, I will not I will not work on my dreams anymore. That does not work for me. If it was in the over and her hatred of the overworld, where does that come from? Why does it come from? Like, I did not see the reason for her to hate the overworld. If her backstory was that she was in the overworld and she was at a dance show then and everybody hated her, then yes, okay, I understand. She hates the overworld. The overworld has more gold. The overworld has people who are happy, who live on their dreams. Then I would understand that thing. But this, like, I understand that she hated it, but the hate was it did not seem
Okay.
justifiable.
So the movie
to
does
me.
kind of explain this, at least how I interpreted it. It seemed like the Nether was empty of gold already. They dug most of it out in their nearby area, and they wanted to go to the overworld to get their resource. I think that was like the main point. But I do think her backstory weak, but it got for me the point across in the sense of it's like the opposite of the child. right? The child who wanted to be creative. He showed off in the beginning of the movie. He got laughed at, right? They sabotaged him, and it's a good contrast to him because I think if how I interpreted it of like if he did not go to that world, if he did like his sister kept, like if he stick to his sister's rules and he kept getting sabotaged, like exactly the scene of like her dancing, being laughed at, feeling alone, right? Because the kid could have called his sister. He did not call his sister, right? I also think he made a bigger mistake why he couldn't call his sister, but no. Basically terrorism.
I mean, the biggest mistake was him calling Jason Momoa, so...
But I think it was like a nice contrast of
I mean,
he is not at the point yet where he denounces all creativity,
he destroyed
but
the
she
fucking
is,
Chippy.
right? So it's a good, like, the kid could be like this. Right now he is here, and he goes to here. I'm making my head movements so you don't see me, but...
Yeah, but the sister...
it's
Yeah, but the sister
also,
needed to
because the parents
grow
died,
up because...
Of course.
Because it's fucking normal in every movie. What happened to the parents? They died. Stop killing the parents for the fucking love of life. Stop killing them. Make them, I don't know, make it look like, oh well, they moved far away and they forgot about the kids. They left the kids. But
I mean, I think that's a minor part of the plot, but I do think, it's just after, like, she has grown up, she has not found a place yet, right? The sister of, like, well, where do I limit it? She is scared. Obviously, right? She's probably dealing with a trauma herself. I think looking this deep into the film is not what the film is supposed to be, by the way. But if I'm to interpret it right, I can see a world where if I would have to place myself in those shoes, yeah, right? You have a crazy brother who makes fucking jetpacks and rockets and just basically almost got you kicked out of your job. Like, imagine the shit he pulled before that, right? Yeah, it's normal that's here.
Maybe that's why the parents died.
Yeah,
basically, the kid killed the parents.
Like it's like, yeah, of course you're gonna be overprotective and discourage that behavior. And I think that was good in a sense because he had not found his. But she grew at it in the end. She became more tolerant. She changed her mind on it. And he became more careful.
Also, you mentioned the flying.
Yeah.
Also, you
that
mentioned
was
the
bad.
flying.
I will say the CGI in that was horrible.
Here's the. Yeah, and here's the problem that I have with the flying scene. So before the flying scene, we see Steve's amazing trove of treasures. I did not see.
So this was something I also.
And you mean to tell me that he went to the end? He got fucking not one, he got 2 elytras, but he did not fucking get a dragon.
I will give you another problem with that.
No.
He only had 1 ender pearl, and he said he had trouble killing End. So there is another point in there where I think like he never went to the end. But how did he get the elytras then? Indeed.
Okay. I know how he managed to maybe get elytras, but then he basically puts the whole point down into the fire because in the older versions of Minecraft you could have traded the things with the villagers. But then he's like, I only have 1 of the ender pearls. Like,
I mean, yeah, I also thought that was a big plot hole. I think for the movie to work, it was okay. Like, I'm fine with taking those liberties. Yeah, I mean, I think most people found that part weird. Like, he has to, like stuff like that. I don't. Yeah, I mean that's a problem with like a plot issue in the movie. I mean, if you want to talk plot issues, them preparing for the fighting scene. They are already, like, the piglins are already taking over the overworld, right? And they go mining, right? When he had a whole fucking stash of diamonds already somewhere, right?
No, he needed to go mining because that's what the big YouTubers do.
They also look for miners.
We started the world. I just did some. Yep. I just did some off-camera mining. He has the full netherite armor, a fucking giant Tower of Diamonds, and he's like, I just did a
On stream mining.
1 hour of mining. Also, the thing, yeah. Also, the thing that I actually, this is because I know how the game works. I know how the game should work and how they should have done it in the movie, like how they should have done it. So, piglings. Okay, when you first enter the Nether, you realize, oh my God, they attack me, and then you run away. But then you see, oh, they like gold. What if I wear something of gold? Will they attack me then? Oh, look, they're not attacking me. What if I toss gold at them? Oh, look, they're giving me things.
Yeah, but I think they could have not made the enemy work if it worked like that. So they, of course, in
Of
this
course,
movie,
yeah, of
they
course,
have
they
to
would
take
not.
liberty somewhere, and I think they made up for it. Yeah, it's,
Also, just a quick question. The swords that the piglings were using, were they
I
stone
think
or
so.
netherite? I hope they're stone, because if they were stone, then Steve did not take the netherite sword
Yeah,
with
I
him
think
when
so.
he went
I
onto the
I
nether.
am pretty sure it was that.
And how did Steve manage to find the cast so easily? Because for point A, we do not know where the portal to the real world was. Point B, we do not know how long
Well,
they were
I
running
think if I
from.
would think
Point
logically, he's
C,
just been told, "Hey, we found people have brought the crystal back, right?" They just heard that. I mean,
yeah.
it's already shown that they have poison, like a poison, like to go to the overworld, right? I think they just were rotating and waiting.
Yeah.
Like they know about the main portal probably, because how did they? Steve probably would have told them, right? Hey, you cannot. It's out of this entire dimension, right? Discouraged them from looking anyway. They probably found the
Yep.
portal and waited there. They saw them come in. Probably one guy, because it was also like they had to share one poison with a lot of people when they attacked the village, right?
Yep.
So I
Yep.
assume something like that, where hey, we have one guy here. That one guy is not gonna attack them instantly. I mean, they could have. And Steve's probably like, okay, where's the first place I'm gonna track them? Well, let me go back to the overall portal, which he knows is there. He probably sees a big tower being built. He's like, oh,
Yep.
they're probably here.
Yeah, but we still do not know where the netherite portal that he made, that he found first was. How far away was it
Well, I
from the
mean,
overworld
you
portal?
can
Because
also say like movie magic, right? How they the two girls found the mushroom thing
yeah,
and built a mushroom
y-
house
y-
and found them as well in that many time when they flew, went with a minecart and walked. There's also an argument.
yeah, yeah. Also, okay. The wood
But
mansion
yeah, decently
scenes
funny. I
were
think they were a bit
all
over them.
right, decently funny, but I think they could have
Yeah,
done without the
yeah.
song.
The song when they had mushrooms on their head. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That
mean, but
song they could
that's
have
Jack
done
Black, I
without it.
guess. I mean, like he's a musical
It
guy.
is it is Jack Black, but like but that
No,
wasn't
of
his
course.
biggest his bestest song. And then and then when and then I understand. And then when Jack Black said, "Do not look into the Enderman's eyes;
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna burn your brain." I understand they needed to say something to discourage people from looking at Enderman's eyes,
Mm-hmm.
because that's the Minecraft lore. You do not look at the Enderman's eyes because he gets angry and he fucking attacks you. But I like how the kid was doing what we all
Yeah.
have been doing when
Look
we
at it.
met our first Enderman, and
Yeah.
just
Look at it
swinging
as and
wildly.
swing wildly, because
Yeah, and
it
then
teleports.
just
You don't know it's
swinging
gonna come.
wildly.
You just hit somewhere until you kill it. Yeah. I mean that's like exactly the first encounter that almost everyone has with no knowledge. Um,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I want to say my personal opinion of the entire movie. If we don't look at like, oh, I have to be all positive guy about the movie. Um, I think for it's really refreshing to see something like this for me personally, in the sense of it deviates from the entire like normal movies you see. it is really busy. It's really ADHD, but I also think that fits really with the new generation, like Generation Alpha and the later Generation C. Um,
It fits
there
with
are,
them because they do not
attentions
have a
exactly.
long
So I think,
attention
and
span.
also let's be honest, TikTok, social media is ruining our attention spans, and especially like my
Yeah,
generation,
it did. Yeah.
the new generations coming, Generation
Mm-hmm.
Alpha, Generation Beta. Um,
Mm-hmm.
that's gonna bring long time issues. But I think it was really refreshing to
Oh,
see something like this. It was too
yeah.
busy for me personally. It was too much happening, too much all the time.
Mm,
Um,
it kind of made people feel overwhelmed.
mhm.
Also, the thing, just one more point for me. The thing that I did not like, and but this is just me. This is just me personally. So the final battle. Okay, they made all the
Uh huh.
golems. They made a fucking
Boots.
special golem with running shoes. It's okay. Like
I'd
you
have to make it
like
epic
okay.
somehow.
You they had yeah, and I didn't have problem with that. The problem that I did have is okay. Steve made diamond armor.
Yeah.
Malgosha broke the diamond
I
armor
mean,
in one hit.
you could say, yeah. I mean,
Uh,
there is an old game theory where it says
I was
diamond
like,
armor is just pure shit because if you hit it at the like an angle other than the way it's supposed to be, it will break in half anyway. You could say maybe it's a reference to that. I don't think so, but yeah, I mean,
it maybe, but it was still like attack, like attack from the sky. He missed. She hit him. Diamond
well,
armor goes kaput. Like
you
what
don't
the
know if he was
fuck?
fighting
What the
before
fuck do you
that.
mean it?
So, but no, indeed that was bad. I'll finish my review real quick. Where was I?
You were at the. It helped. It is.
Yeah, okay,
So
so
the people
it's
with
too busy for me,
ADHD, the new
but
generation
I
is
do think it's
coming.
really refreshing. I think the nostalgia, right? Of course, from my generation, especially, it really hits there. Probably. I mean, I was thinking the movie also back to when I was a younger age and I was playing Minecraft. Also a form of escapism, right? I mean, like cool all the time. Now you get to be creative in something. Um, it hit me there, right? So I could resonate with the story, although not good or perfect. I mean, there was a better story to be told there. Was decent enough to sit to watch it, right? Um, I think Jack Black and Jason were the best parts of the movie, and the other point, I think for me, I forgot my other point. I think for me, oh, the references also really hit for me. The music, it was funny, right? For me at least, I laughed. Maybe that's because you watched this shitty creation version, but I laughed a lot. I loved the inclusion of the
I
villager
mean,
guy eventually
it's
talking. Really threw me off guard to hear that British
okay. Yeah,
accent of the
that
guy
was
who I know from a different series where he's very sexual.
yeah,
um,
yeah.
for me, for how far a movie goes, it's not the best ever movie made. I do think it will be the best movie of the year by profits alone.
Uh,
It will be the
okay,
best
no,
movie,
by
and for me, it's a
profits alone,
seven out of
yes,
ten,
but I
seven
mean,
point five out of 10.
yeah, but I mean, at the moment, the only competition to the Minecraft movie
Actually, no,
is
it's a
the
Chinese
Snow
movie
White
that
remake.
is competing. China is on track right now to be have the first movie they have, which is a sequel from their other version, from other movie they brought out 2 years ago, to beat
Uh huh.
America for the first time
Uh huh.
worldwide
Uh
as
huh.
the best movie of the year. So yeah,
Fun.
that's the actual
Fun.
like Minecraft is
So.
a competitor to that movie directly.
Mhm.
Snow White you cannot compare in this.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, but the other movies are
Exactly.
the remake of Snow White. Nobody likes it.
But that's because the
I mean,
actress fucked it up
the
herself.
movie has its. Not gonna go into that. I did not watch the
No,
movie.
but
I do
I've
not
seen the
want to
interviews
watch
with
the
her.
movie.
But
So. Oh yeah, I
quickly give your review of the
don't.
movie an bias between if you have to not be negative.
I mean, so. I mean, okay. So the movie has its charm. It has its charm, but some things could have been done differently. Some things should have been done differently. like the CGI. Okay, like you said, they made a lot of the scenes that they could, but still, some of the CGI should have been better. The flying scene should have been better. The Nether, I mean, it felt a bit too dark for me, for my liking. It felt a bit too dark for me because when you first enter the Nether, you are basically looking at a bright red location. Like okay, not with the new updates where you can get into the forest, the one
Assault.
kind, second kind, but the first, but the first ever time you went, you're like, oh my god, everything is red and there is lava. Jack Black brings the movie together. Jason Momoa, I understand why they picked him. I understand how he and Jack Black have chemistry, and I do think that the other people, like if you just had the kid and not the sister and the
Yeah.
other woman,
Yeah, of course.
it would be the same. It would be the same. It would be the same thing as with them, but I just that. And also the ending. Okay, so Steve returns back to the overworld. I would liked it more if the kid and the sister stayed in the Minecraft world, because for me that would show the sister basically growing up and being okay. Let me embrace the creative side where I can be creative, where I can be with my brother and support him in his creativity because he's a smart kid. He makes things, and the Minecraft world is perfect for him because he would make anything possible.
Can I make a point about that real quick?
Uh,
I think the point of them leaving was more
Fine,
like
make it.
sometimes you have to go back into the room and face your problems instead of escaping in a alternate world, in this case, that being a video game or Minecraft. And I did think that was a beautiful point of him coming back and
Yeah.
them coming back, having grown up from the experience.
Coming back and then coming back and then being the fat ass that he is. Yeah, look, the movie, all in all, it had its flaws. Like no movie is ever perfect. No movie will ever be perfect. It had its flaws, but it was all right. Like the couple things that were wrong, it happened because it happened. For me, I think it's a solid 6.5. Like it's not bad. It's not that bad. That
For
would be
me, it was
I will
like
not
I
watch it
could
again.
see
Like
that the
I
actors
may
had
watch
fun
it
making
again.
Any
I mean,
movie,
Jack Black
he
has
picks
fun
his
making
movies.
any movie.
Like, but you could see that Jason Momoa
Yeah.
had fun making this movie. It's out of genre.
Jason Momoa
You
had
could see
fun,
the
yeah,
kid
because
had fun with his scenes. I mean, it's an experience for him as well, right?
yeah, it's important for him. Ellen Myers, you can basically see that she changed her whole she changed her personality from Wednesday to be in this movie. Like in Wednesday, she's the klutz, she's the airhead, she's the stupid friend who is like overly happy, and here she had to be opposite of that, and
but that just
she
proves
has
that
done
she
it.
is
She's
a
done
good
it
actress.
perfectly.
Like, no, but I mean,
I
for
never said that she wasn't a good actress.
people wanting to cast her, it's good for her career, I think.
Yeah, because she's a good actress. She basically shows that she's okay. The Dawn character, not
You did
really a
not see
fan of
enough for her.
her.
There was no real big reason.
Like the only thing you saw from her is she's a whatchamacallit, she's a real estate
In a
agent,
car.
and she has a zoo in her car.
Yeah, I mean, that was
Also, for the end of the movie, I mean, I understand why Steve had to go back, but then why did he go like, go Dennis, go and make her life better?
yeah.
Wait,
that
I'm coming
that was
also.
weird. I don't know if you saw the after credits. Okay, he basically goes back to his old
No.
house, and
Sadly,
he
no.
meets Alex.
Mm.
Yeah, Alex, you have
Who's
Steve
Alex?
and Alex in Minecraft. The female skin.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, I have to check it out.
So I thought that was pretty
amazing.
funny. Like they also included her as like another part.
I mean, you have to include her
Well,
because in every
it signs off to like a
iteration
relationship
you have.
with each other, right? In the end, because do you want to come in? She asks, do you want to come
Mhm.
in? Hey, it's my old house. Okay, do you want to come in? They meet, and it's open ended in the fact like maybe there's something there, right? He has found a
Mhm.
place. He has accepted his
Maybe,
life now.
maybe. Yeah, but okay. So now, if they make a second
Probably
movie,
won't happen.
if they make a second movie, it probably won't happen. But if they make a second movie, I mean, they
There's still a
could make a
lot to do.
second movie because we saw yeah, because what did we see in this one? We saw the overworld and the nether. What do we and we saw the
Yeah. You have
woodland
the end.
mansion.
You have the deep dark.
But so here's about you have the end, the deep dark. You have the ocean monuments. You have
Yeah.
you have so many biomes
There's
that you
still
can
there's still a
see.
lot there. I mean, they could
They can
make the
basically
movie with
make
Steve again, uh, and Alex maybe, and
yeah, they could
something something Enderman. They have to go to
yeah
the
and
end to defeat the
make
dragon, something like that.
yeah yeah that they can make something like that. But we shall see. I mean, the movie, all in all, the movie is not as bad as somebody would
I
want it to
think
be.
in the
The movie
in the trailers
is
people were
okay.
far too negative about what it is, and I do think in the end it's not the best movie, but they still made.
It's not the best, but they made it
Yeah.
the best they possibly can. I mean, they tried to
Hmm.
provide homages
Hell,
to
they
everything
even gave an
and
homage to
everybody, and
Minecraft
I think
YouTuber.
they did it.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I know why. I know why. Shut the fuck up. I know why.
Jason
You
Momoa
will
had no
not
friends,
say
and then
that,
his
but
first friend was a kid. I
both
mean, that's
you.
like Minecraft YouTubers. They have no friends, and then they make a YouTube video, Minecraft, and then they befriend kids. I mean, it's pretty realistic.
Oh
Shout out to
my,
the guy
yeah,
of the
it
real.
is. FBI, if you're watching this, Ricardo's address is.
FBI won't care. Ah,
Somebody will. Right, so I think
it is an
this
episode.
is
I
an
think
episode.
I won.
Also, yeah. So next week we
Interview
have
our
got
topic.
a interview.
We're gonna see if we can set the interview up. If it's gonna be the interview, we're probably gonna talk
Okay, we
about
shall
AI.
see.
So we can be doomers. Probably about something about AI, something like that. Or we're gonna pick two topics around Monday and we'll figure that by then. If you're new
Yeah.
here, thanks for watching.
Yeah, good. We can see what we pick.
Thanks for watching.
coming
Thanks
here.
for sitting through it.
Remember. Yes. Also remember both Ricardo and
Yes,
me
I've
do tend to
taken
stream
a
on
little bit
Twitch.
of a break,
Links
but I'll
down
be
below.
back at it pretty soon once I find the time.
Soonish. Yep. So links down
Yes.
below. Check us out if you want to see us play some games. If you have any topics that you want us to talk about, also leave them in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and also
put a like
the
in.
bell icon so you know when
Also,
a new video.
Spotify down
Yeah, put a
below.
like in,
Also
come on.
rate us on there. Watch it there. If you don't want to watch our faces, you can
Yeah,
listen to it.
Spotify also. Yeah, if you just want to listen to our wonderful voices and our wonderful accents, just
Alright,
go to Spotify.
thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great week, and we'll see you
Right,
all next
thank
week
you.
again.
Yeah. Also,
Easter,
happy
indeed.
Easter to everybody who is
Alright.
celebrating.
Bye bye.
Yeah. Right. See ya.